and welcome back to my channel for this Monday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the Department for Work and Pensions gov.uk policy paper, Transforming Support, the Health and Disability White Paper. This was updated on the 16th of March, so I thought I'd talk about it as a disabled woman, what it is. So I've got the Google actual definition. It says, details. Following the consultation Shaping Future Support, the Health and Disability Green Paper, this white paper sets out proposals to help more disabled people and people with health conditions to start, stay and succeed into work. So that's the Google definition, which I'll link down below in the video description. So I'm going to read through the chapter 1 chapter for now and then give my thoughts as an autistic woman. So I'm just having to scan through the introduction bit here. Chapter 1 is called Opening Up More Work Opportunities. So here is the government's ambition. Our ambition is for a society in which disabled people and people with health conditions can fulfill their potential and where they are able to work. We want to prevent people having to leave work due to ill health and act swiftly where they do so. We aim to support young people who have not yet entered work and those who have been out of work for a long time due to ill health or disability to return to work, to enter work for the very first time. Good work helps people to live healthier and more independent lives. Disabled people and people with health conditions, whether these are physical or mental, are more likely to leave work than non-disabled people and are less likely than non-disabled people to return to work. Disabled people tell us they want to work, they want to share their skills and talents and benefit from the upsides that good work has been shown to bring. Not all disabled people or people with health conditions feel able to work at any given time, but with the right employment conditions and flexibility, many say they could apply their experience, skills and abilities to work. To achieve these aims, government action is important, but also needs employers to be inclusive and wider society to support disabled people and people with health conditions to live their independent lives. This opens up the labour market so that employers are better placed to enjoy the competitive advantages of a diverse workplace, including the talents of disabled people. By working together, we can support more disabled people to start, stay and succeed into work. So what are they going to do to support people to stay and succeed in work? What disabled people have told the government. Government could go further in encouraging employers to support their disabled staff, including improving employers' awareness of health conditions and disability. Employees should adopt good practice on sickness management and be made more aware of the advantages of retaining skilled and experienced staff who might have disabilities or hidden health conditions. Government should signpost employers to information and advice on disability and health conditions, provide support to improve recruitment, retention and progression of disabled people, and offer financial support for the most expensive adaptations. Access to work support is helpful but not enough. People know about it and the application process is not always simple. Employees should have greater access to occupational health support and therapy and more flexible work opportunities. So, what are we proposing as the UK government? The disability employment gap. Progress has been made since 2016 when the government published Improving Lives, the Future of Work, Health and Disability. Since then, our aim to see 1 million more disabled people in employment by 2027 has been achieved, 5 years early. This is an important milestone as we strive to continually reduce the disability employment gap. Our goal is to reduce the disability employment gap still remains. We are now considering what a new ambition should be. To continue to galvanise action across and outside of government, this will ensure that it is a shared ambition across the society. Improving how we work with the health system. We have expanded the group of healthcare professionals who can certify and issue fit notes. Since July 2022, nurses, occupational therapists, pharmacists and physiotherapists have been able to authorise fit notes in addition to doctors. This ensures that the fit note captures advice from the most relevant healthcare professional on how people can be supported to stay in work or return to work more quickly. We have also changed regulations to enable fit notes to be completed, authorised and issued digitally. This improves the experience of receiving a fit note for those that are digitally enabled. We will build on previous work to promote greater recognition of the health benefits of work, including exploring how to best support health professionals and non-healthcare professionals to have effective work and health conversations with patients within the health system in England. Through the Joint Work of Health Unit, DWP and the Department for Health and Social Care are working closely to support people to start, stay and succeed in work, improve health outcomes and boost the total economy. Government is also looking at best to encourage partnership, working on work and health in different organisations and communities, working with employers to help maintain people to remain and thrive in their job. Occupational health services can play an important role in supporting disabled people and those with health conditions to stay and succeed in work. However, we know that there are disparities in access to occupational health, often based on employer size. Those working for larger organisations will need 7 times more likely to have access to occupational health services compared to those working in micro companies. 69% versus 10%. Cost and information are some of the biggest barriers preventing small and medium-sized businesses and self-employed people from accessing occupational health or occupational therapy. So basically that's what they're planning to do for the Chapter 1 ambitions, is what they're planning to do. So I think that's quite interesting, really, as a disabled person myself. So yeah, I think that's quite an interesting situation to be in. I'm just kind of looking here to what it says. Right, let me scan here. Since publishing the response to the Health is Everyone's Business consultation, we have continued to work with the occupational health sector and employers to drive reform of the occupational health market and improve access to quality occupational health services. So basically it talks about occupational health and occupational therapy. Government is working to improve resources for businesses to help them support and manage health and disability within the workplace. This follows employer responses to the Health is Everyone's Business consultation. A new digital information and advice service has launched to help employers and small medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, to support and manage disability and health conditions at work. This helps employers self-serve by stepping them through common scenarios and signposting them to more detailed guidance. Since November 2022, strengthened health and safety executive guidance has given a set of clear and simple principles that employers will be expected to apply to support disabled people and people with health conditions in the work environment. So I'm going to keep scanning down and see what else they're saying. Access to work, supporting transitions. Access to work is a discretionary grant that provides a financial contribution for the disability-related extra costs that working disabled people face that will be under standard reasonable adjustments. The grant can provide personalised support up to £65,180 per person per year to enable disabled people to move in or to stay in work. To transform the service disabled people receive and deliver a more efficient and quicker service, Access to Work is developing an initiative digital service. So basically that's the Access to Work scheme, which I'll link down about in the chat. Mental health and well-being, here we go. This is the bit that I wanted to talk about. An essential part of supporting disabled people and people with health conditions to live independent lives is that we do more to prevent avoidable health issues and help people to recover when their condition is responsive to treatment. Mental health conditions are a particular area of concern, with prevalence of common mental disorders growing over time. In consultation with NHS England and colleagues across the government, DSHC will publish a major condition strategy. The strategy will outline a strong and coherent policy agenda that sets out a shift to integrated, inclusive, whole-person care. The strategy will tackle conditions that can contribute to most morbidity and mortality across the population in England, but not exclusively, mental ill health and musculoskeletal conditions. The joint DWP-DHSC Work and Health Unit is investing $3 million for an 18-month extension to the Mental Health and Productivity Pilot Programme delivered for the Midlands Engine. The aim of this project is to develop an employment engagement programme to support businesses and raise awareness of mental health and well-being in the region. Creating a workforce culture of openness enables self-help through toolkits and to reduce the stigma attached to mental health. The grant will support an extension to deliver until December 2023, followed by an evaluation to help build the evidence base and share best practice knowledge to support workplace mental health. So that's just basically what they're saying. Flexible working. Here we go. This is another thing that I want to talk to you guys about. Number 50. The government has taken forward its manifesto commitment to consult on flexible working. The consultation considers steps which might increase the availability and uptake of flexible working arrangements in Great Britain. Following the consultation, the government has committed to give all employees the right to request flexible working from the first day of employment. This will ensure that additional estimated 2.2 million people will be able to request flexible working arrangements. Require employers to consult with an employee as a means of exploring alternative options before rejecting their request. Allow employees to make 2 flexible working requests a year and ensure that they receive faster decisions on their requests. Remove the requirement for employees to explain the expected impact of the expected arrangement on their employer. While the main focus of the government's response is to consultation on flexible working, was on legislative changes to increase access to contractual flexible working hours, e.g. part-time and a job share, it is also a commitment to issue a call for evidence on ad hoc and informal flexible working. Disabled people can benefit from this sort of flexibility as it allows them to manage unpredictable events, such as attending appointments or managing fluctuations in their health. We want to understand more about how this type of flexibility works in good practice. And then I'm going to end on this bit here, which is about how to support people within the job centre. This is something that's relevant to me every day, so let's talk about it. What you've told us, Job Centre Plus staff should have a better awareness of both physical and mental health conditions and disabilities and understand the impact that disability has on the individual. Feeling listened to and feeling that we have empathy for people's circumstances are important. Work coaches should build a detailed and accurate record of the person's aspirations, experience, qualifications and capacity earlier on in the health journey. This will help break down barriers to taking the initial steps back towards employment. Disability Employment Advisors, DEAs, should continue to support work coaches to make sure that staff are knowledgeable about employment support programs or allowances. So, sorry guys, I was just turning my camera around. So, yeah, I just thought I would talk about this from my perspective and what I feel, what they're trying to do. And I've got some more here, what they're also planning to do. They're planning to develop a new advice and information service for employers. The service is now in its national live testing phase and will work in partnership with a set of principles delivered in November 2022 by the Health and Safety Executive for employers to apply in the workplace to support disabled people with long-term health conditions. So basically, I want to know what they're doing to support disabled people. I want to know how they are going to support people like me who are disabled, who have been legally disabled. And they are planning to extend the work and health programme until September 2024 to produce targeted employment support. Well, to be honest, the work and health programme is shocking. It's absolutely awful. It doesn't work. It's not fit for purpose. It hasn't helped me none whatsoever. I've been on the work and health programme now about 3-4 years. It hasn't worked. It's a complete failure. It's a complete mess. It doesn't help disabled people at all. It's very rigid. It's very strict, and they threaten to take away your benefits on multiple occasions. I've had the threats of my benefits taken away from me. So the work and health programme just needs to be scrapped. It doesn't work. The people who say they are trained in disability clearly are not. I feel less support now than I have done in a long time from going to the work and health programme, and they say they're going to roll out a new work in progression offer to help people in work on universal credit, including disabled people, to increase their earnings and move into better paid jobs. I'm sorry, but shouldn't you be doing this under the current programme? I don't understand why you're not doing it under the current programme. So what are my thoughts about this policy? My thoughts as an autistic woman, I'm thinking that the Department of Work and Pensions and the Department of Health and Social Care should consult with autistic people and people with disabilities and their families. How are they developing this information service? Will they actually have disabled and autistic people employed as part of this service? Will this service have details about disabled people on record? What is the major condition strategy all about? And why are they working with NHS England? For what is a health adjustment passport? How are these things going to help disabled people like myself, and how are they going to get us to stay and work? The work and health programme for me, I feel, is not fit for purpose. The advisors do not know how to support disabled people or how to look for paid employment. They're all too good about helping you look into volunteer work or charity work. So let me know what you feel. I'm going to link the articles down below in my video description, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.